What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? It's your boy Niner Faithful. How's everybody doing? Hope every big shout out to Kathy. Look, our birthday present. How hard is that? It is holographic. Maybe we might be giving away some of these this year, but we're going to, of course, go over the latest Niner news. Kyle Shanahan. That's why I'm a little late. Kyle Shanahan is speaking with the media at the annual NFL meetings right now as we speak. I was watching a little bit of that meeting before I decided to go live and doing a little bit of business with the team. But we're going to go ahead and go over the latest Niner signings. We got a couple returning Niners. And, of course, go over these ridiculous Deebo trade rumors. And we'll see what else pops up. Kyle Shanahan did say some things. John Lynch said some things at the annual meetings, league meetings. So we'll go ahead and get into that. But before we do that, we like to remind everybody to listen to the end of the show to get your special coupon code to save 10% off of For the Faithful by the Faithful apparel, exclusively available at NinerFaithfulRadio.com/shop. I'm literally putting it together right now. I guess I'll go ahead and announce it to the people who watch the show. The new 2022 collection will be available April 30th, so a month and a day from tomorrow, or the 31st. We're figuring out the final details, but it'll be available in April. Of course, help out Niner Faithful Radio by using our affiliate link and save 10%. All you got to do is click on the link in the description of the video or podcast. We have the Niners draft hats available if you go to my personal Facebook or Niner Faithful Radio's or Niner Faithful Radio Shop's Facebook page. We have those available for y'all right now. That doesn't save 10%. You have to use the link in the description. That's a special deal I got for those who listen to the podcast. Of course, go to SeatGiant.com. Use the promo code Niner Faithful Radio, all one word, to save on all your theater, concert, and sporting event tickets, as well as help out the show. And, of course, go to NinerFaithfulRadio.com/subscribe to see everywhere you can subscribe to the show. And, of course, follow us on social media at Niner Faithful Radio on Facebook, Instagram, and Tumblr, and at Niner Faithful R on Twitter. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, faithful of all ages, let's get the show cracking.
You are now listening to Niner Faithful Radio, the show for the faithful, by the faithful.
All right, I keep on forgetting that we get the little delay. Cool. Making sure that okay, everything's live. We are direct on all channels. We look good. Let me see. What's up, Kim? How you doing? Good to see you. Legendary day. I know there's a special day coming up in a few days. But you didn't say happy birthday to me on my birthday. So I don't know if I'm gonna say happy birthday to you on your birthday. Okay, so we have this. Oh, what's up, Jamie? Long time no see. How you doing, love? So everybody, of course, y'all go welcome to put your opinions in the comments. We're gonna go ahead and go over a little bit of Niners signings. The Niners signed Jeff Wilson to a 1-year deal. I'm not gonna go over all the details and everything like that. Y'all know who Jeff Wilson Jr. is. The Niners also signed Jordan Willis to a 1-year deal. The Niners re-signed Kerry Hyder to a one-year deal. We're going to go ahead and talk about that. And, of course, we re-signed Dante Johnson. The Barnacle returns, as Jason likes to call him. And let's see. Darquez Denard, we re-signed to a one-year deal. And we also signed Ross Dwelly, to a one-year deal. Real quick on the signings. Well, happy birthday, TJ. I know I'm late. Yes, my birthday is coming. Oh, well, thank you, Kim. I guess they say better late than never. But so I love obviously re-signing Ross Dwelly, re-signing Jeff Wilson, re-signing Dante Johnson. Look, we've talked about it on the show a billion times, but Dante Johnson is somebody that you want to have on your team. I understand that, you're not wanting him to be a starter. And if he is a starter, there's definitely some injuries that have happened. But he's good. He went and played safety, nickel corner last year. The man does it all, and he's a reliable veteran. I have no problem with the Niners signing Dante Johnson. Love Ross Dwelly back. We got George Kittle. I believe tight end room should be status quo. I don't see any significant changes to the tight end room. Obviously tight end 1 and 2 right there. And Jeff Wilson Jr., obviously, his torn knee, what was it? It was somewhere time in the offseason last year, obviously affected his ability during the season and everything like that. But I'm excited to see a 1-2 punch with him and Elijah Mitchell and whatever running backs we bring into the fold. And then also Kerry Hyder Jr., that kind of surprised me. It looks like we lost Arden Key but got Kerry Hyder Jr. I'm really excited about that signing because I'm excited to see what he was slated to be in 2020. Although he of course exceeded everybody's expectations, he was not meant to be a starter and thrust in the role where he was leading the team in sacks. So I'm really excited to see not necessarily the production, but this role he's going to play when you have a second unit, a third unit with Kerry Hyder Jr. on it. That shows me that the strength of the team and how we want to build the football team remains the same. We're going to build it within the D-line, and I have no problem with that since it got us a Super Bowl and an NFC Championship game any year that wasn't devastated by injuries or we were rebuilding. Yeah, same, Jamie, same. Very interested. He's coming back. Yeah, I didn't see it coming. So this is why I never got on the fire Lynch-Hand boat, and I probably never will, because they attack needs. Now you might say, do they attack needs with the right players? But look at Ross Dwelly on his second, third contract with the Niners. Jeff Wilson Jr. The scouting department is able to find these diamonds in the rough to end up making huge contributions to the team. Jeff Wilson Jr. led the team in touchdowns in 2020. Now, is he going to do that in 2021? Probably not, maybe not. But I think people are so used to teams with superstars, but don't realize it's your backups and your quote unquote scrubs that win you championships. And what has me excited about the offseason so far is that special teams was an issue throughout the Lynch-Hand regime. And they clearly saw the issue that it was last year and decided a change had to be made. I was calling for Richard Hightower's job during the season. Obviously, I thought, the play in Green Bay would save his job, but I guess that wasn't the case. But we're attacking needs. We're bolstering the I don't want to say bottom tier because that makes it seem like they're not good players, but the second wave. We have our starter. Obviously, we're gonna have Nick Bosa. We're not trading Nick Bosa. We're gonna have Deebo. We're not trading Deebo. We'll go ahead and get into the Deebo rumors here in a little bit. But just super excited to see Kerry Hyder back in the red and gold, and how depth's very important, Jamie. Depth is very important. Exactly. I mean, it's what made us what we were the second half of last year and pretty much the whole year in 2019 was the depth along the D line, depth at running back. Why does Shanahan have success in December? Because Shanahan's football teams run the football. And because we're able to find these Demon Robs and seemingly get players that can be productive in our system, why other teams' star running backs, the star running backs in the league are hurt or, slowing down. Well, now we have our second, third, fourth, fifth wave of running backs that's still been able to be productive. That's why we're able to be successful in December and January and, hopefully soon. I don't know if y'all could hear that, but my new text tone, or no, that's my notification tone, is Greg Papa's touchdown call. I wonder what game it is. But also, lastly, on the news, we don't have any updates. Kiana Martin is leaving the organization to go to MLB Network. Basically, I want to say that, man, what's up, brother? How you doing, Chris? Good to see you, bro. Good to see you. We should be getting Jason here pretty quick. I want to say that as somebody who has a daughter who, let's be real, I started Niner Faithful Radio with the intention of one day passing it on to her. Now, that might not happen. She doesn't really want to be a sports broadcaster, but I thought it was really, really cool that the Niners hired a woman. Doing well, just grinding. I feel, Chris, we all are. So we gotta hit me up, bro. I want to get you scheduled for the off season. We got some draft stuff coming up and everything like that, and I want to get your opinion on the draft. I haven't really dived into the draft yet. I'll probably get into that this week. Start doing some research and stuff like that. But I think it was really cool the Niners hired a black female team reporter. I think that it was – I got you, bro. I think it was really dope. Definitely we'll figure something out. I think it was really dope that the Niners did that. And so I'm sad to see Kiana leave. I hope the Niners hire a real deal faithful. That's my only criteria. I mean, I don't think I'm qualified for it, but definitely I hope they hire. I don't want us to go hire somebody, used to work for the Eagles. Just hire a faithful, bro. Like, I have to thank why is his name escaping me right now? Yeah, she's the best. Fantastic job. Exactly, Jamie. As a woman who I hired specifically because I wanted a woman to work for NFR. Okay, so we got Jason in the building. What's up with you, bruh?
What up?
Chilling. So since it's the first time we've had you on the show for a while, we'll start with the very basics. Free agency, especially with the signing of Ross Dwelly, et cetera, and the loss of Lincoln.
We lost you there, brother.
Did we lose Jason?
No, I think we lost you for a minute.
Okay. I'm back. We good?
Yeah, it sucks, obviously, with Lakin. That's the big one for me. I think pretty much everybody can agree that's the big loss. a loss of somebody that good and that stable for so long, that's just it's going to be bigger once we get into the season. Like, I think everybody automatically realizes how big it is, but once we get farther into the season, everybody realizes that minus Aaron Banks showing up huge, it'll show up.
Yeah.
Dwelly being re-signed. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, and I totally agree with you. That's the one big one I circled, and I said, hey, if we get any of our free agents back, fine. We lose Jaquaski Tartt, we lose K1 Williams, we lose DJ Jones, whatever, Laken Tomlinson, because to me, we have the best left side of the line in the NFL. And I remember you and I discussed many times the NFC Championship game, how the hell we've discussed all that. This to me, it is concerning because okay, you have Trent Williams, but I don't think it'll be. I'm not going to say, hey, left guard is the reason why the Niners don't win. If we don't win the Super Bowl in 2022, left guard is going to be the reason why. No, but is it going to be an issue? Is it something that's going to be exploited throughout the year, especially considering as we add, face Aaron Donald, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah. Okay. So Ross Dwelly, sorry, didn't mean to cut you off.
But no, you're good. Nice backup piece. Obviously, he's not going to start. We'll see how much he improves. It'll be a help on the line. Maybe keep him there to help out. Maybe move him around, help with that left side, help the right side, or any side. Considering we got two offensive linemen on the team right now that we know of. So, I mean, I like the signing as a depth piece. Obviously he's not going to start over Kittle or anything like that, but it's a good depth piece. He knows the offense. It's plug and play. And we all know Kittle, with as violent as he likes to play, he's probably going to get hurt.
Yeah.
Maybe miss a game or two. I'm good with it.
I remember
there's some decent tight ends that we can get laid in the draft too.
Yeah. I mean, this is right now. I don't see anybody for the cap room that we have or had at this particular moment. I don't see anybody else we could have signed for the price range that we signed him a 1 year that's better, especially when like you said, he's plug and play. He knows the system. We brought him in brought him into the NFL, obviously different coach, but
yeah, he's still right.
And same with Jeff Wilson. I was just talking about how, with the 17th game added, while other teams are on, Jeff Wilson's not going to play dividends week 1, week 2, week 3. I don't think the big dividends that he's going to play. He's going to play his dividends in November, December, January, etc. When, other teams are worn down and everything like that. You're not going to want to tackle Jeff Wilson.
Yeah, not to mention just the rotation that we have going right now. I'm pretty good with it. I mean, I also wouldn't mind picking up a late round running back again. With the way the Shanahan system works, we're going to find somebody in the 22nd round. And he's going to be, he's going to be able to start the season and go for 700-800 yards at the tail end. So I mean, just picking up somebody fresh at the end of the draft wouldn't be fine. But what we have right now, and have you seen the Trey Sermon workouts videos yet?
No, I haven't. The
brother is putting. I mean, I know everybody's putting in time, but Sermon's looking good. He's looking good right now.
Hey, see, this is to me, he's my little sneak peek before any training camp, before any programs come out or anything like that. Chris, best of luck to Kiana and Jamie laughing. Okay, so
hey Jamie. Chris blocked me, but
he is he's Trey Sermon's the one who I'm curious, because to me he's the one that's challenged out of the most rookie season of, hey, look, year 1 was not a success for Trey Sermon. It wasn't.
Yeah. Especially
so okay, cool. That's in the past. You're a 3rd round pick. Obviously, it would have to be a colossal fail for him not to make the roster this year. But what's your NFL career going to be, Trey Sermon? What's it going to be? Because obviously the man's not going to be the player I'm going to compare it to, but we got Frank Gore in the 3rd round.
Yeah.
So, we got Fred Warner in the 3rd round. So what's your career going to be, Trey Sermon? And to me, I still have faith that Trey Sermon's one of those people that we talk about a few years from now that say, hey, took a while to get used to NFL, but year two really got kicked. Year one got the kick in his ass that he needed. Year two came out like gangbusters, and et cetera, et cetera. Let's be real, what everybody, including Kyle Shanahan, wished would have happened to Joe Williams. That's honestly what the plan was for Joe Williams. Yeah. Okay, we're going to sit you down for a year. You're going to come back year two, gangbusters, and it just never happened.
Yeah. Well, see, like I said, I mean, I know I was really high up on him coming out when I saw that pick for him, and I was like, really? We got Trey Sermon? Because he was beasting at Ohio State. So I was ecstatic. And look, you got beat up by Elijah Mitchell a few rounds behind you. That's got to hurt the pride a little bit when you come from the bigger school, the bigger program, the big, you had the better highlight film, all that kind of stuff looked better for you. And he had way out.
System's a better fit.
Yes. But
and so it's, especially with the, let's be real, the type of offense that we're going to transition to with Trey Lance.
Yeah. He's the better
okay,
catcher.
real quick thought. Jimmy's situation. Okay, I after doing some soul searching and everything like that, I think Jimmy fucked us. I'm just gonna come out and say, I think that
did he fuck us, or did he make a wise business decision for himself?
Okay, did Jimmy Garoppolo do what's best for himself? Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So am I mad? I mean,
would you have made the same decision for yourself? Look, fuck the team, but yes, he did what's best.
So if I remove my Niner hat and everything like that, and just look at it like, hey, look, I mean, Jimmy was essentially, we've maybe all been in this situation where you're essentially asked to train your replacement, and that's pretty much what Jimmy was asked to do last year. And you know what? And I don't think that I wouldn't be too happy at my job if they did that right now. Nope. But yeah, putting my Niner hat back on, it screwed the Niners.
Yep.
It essentially made it where I'd be damned what John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan say today. They're not keeping Jimmy Garoppolo. The deadline, I'll put it to you this way. The deadline is before it becomes serious with Nick Bosa and or Deebo Samuel. That's the deadline. The deadline, we don't need the cap until we need the cap.
2 hours before training camp starts? Because that's usually the way they do contracts. They wait until they walk out, they sign, and they finish walking out in the field. So, I mean, is that what
I really think, honestly, I think the scenario that the Niners hope happens, and the one that I best can think would probably most likely happen, is they hold on to him, hoping through training camp, off season, whatever, before camp, off season, whatever, somebody gets hurt, or rookie isn't ready, or whatever, somebody doesn't get somebody they want in the draft or whatever, and they can trade them for whatever they get. Fourth,
you're asking
fifth.
For a lot to get somebody hurt, though. You know what I mean? It's just like,
and I wish injury on nobody.
But damn, yeah. But it's
the more realistic scenario. The more realistic scenario that happens. Because let's be real, I'm trading for Baker Mayfield before I trade for Jimmy Garoppolo.
Depends on the team. Depends on the team. You're getting the same player, but do you want the immaturity that come in? Even though Mayfield has gotten better the last year or two, but when you look at who's the overall better leader, it's Jimmy by far.
Oh, okay, yeah, true. Okay, so I'll agree with that. If you're a team that says, "Hey," but I mean, what team out there right now? Nobody's hurt in this scenario. That's a Jimmy Garoppolo away from winning a championship.
The only team that came to mind that I could think of was the Broncos, and they traded for Wilson. So I mean, there goes that. He ain't gonna win shit on. What else you got left? You got Seattle, who's gonna roll with Andrew Luck or Locke.
Yeah,
luck.
I mean,
but they're then the Panthers, but they've also got what's his name? What's his name?
Somebody help us out.
Arnold.
Oh yeah. Sam Darnold.
Darnold and Arnold. So Darnold's, he's got what, 19 mil, 20
okay
like that contract. So you can't, you bring Jimmy.
You're not going to add.
Yeah, Jimmy's contract on top of that.
It's no, and that's another thing. Now, fine, obviously, it would be a restructure with the trade and whatever.
Yeah, but who knows?
Okay, so the more realistic scenario I think happens is I think that they cut Jimmy Garoppolo during that the last break before training camp and all that starts and everything. I think he's cut before then, and I think your scenario, basically Nick Bosa and Debo trot on the field training camp, or maybe it's done slightly before.
Or they do one before and then one right after. Like, say, maybe they go through camp with Jimmy there, see if anybody gets hurt during camp and during preseason, and then cut them right before week 1. That way, if you're going to pick somebody, that way, the off chance that someone does get hurt during camp, because typically somebody usually gets hurt during camp on one of the teams, somebody starters goes down, so the off chance somebody goes down in week 3 of training camp or in the third game or whatever, all of a sudden, who else is out there besides Jimmy? You got Baker with his big contract, but you also have Cam Newton. Cam Newton's still sitting out there too as a free agent. So
yeah, I mean,
okay.
So what are the Niners asking for? And then you're creating a scenario. I mean, okay, so this is my thing about it. So so then what are you getting? Well, because you're not getting at this point. I don't think it's the pick we're getting in this draft. No. I don't think Jimmy's gone before the draft. So you're getting a pick next year. Okay. So in this magical scenario, fine, okay, or I shouldn't even say magical. Somebody gets hurt, right? X team calls you up, says, Lynch, I got a 6 for you for Jimmy.
I'd take one half of a Twix bar at this point.
I mean,
I just want to. I want that money off the books. That more than anything else. Nothing against take out play, any of that. I want the money off the books. Again, I would take whatever they give me.
Yeah, I mean, at this point you will. But to me, it's just to me fine, but it has to be done for camp, because if I'm Nick Bosa or Deebo's representatives, I'm saying, hey, look, cool. We love the Niners. We want to be here. All that. Go Niners. Bleed red and gold. Everything that y'all want to hear. But my player ain't stepping on the field without a new contract, and you literally can't give them their new contract without the cap room. It's just not possible. So we don't give a damn. I'm not risking my client going through training camp, with Jimmy Garoppolo, just because you don't want to cut Jimmy Garoppolo because you want a 5th, 6th, 7th round pick. And so really truthfully, I think I mean, I just
look.
I don't see a way he gets traded right now as of this moment. I don't see a way he gets traded because barring injury or anything like that. Because if I'm a team and I look and I see Deebo's contract coming on the books, and I see Nick Bosa, fine if you want to believe the trade rumors, which we'll get here in a second. If you want to believe the trade rumors, fine, but you're not trading both of them. Nick Bosa and or Deebo are getting a new contract this offseason. So I see that on the books, right? Okay, and I'm a team. I don't see why I'm giving up anything, especially for a quarterback that I can't even see throw. I can't even get into my new offense. I can't have him build any type of chemistry with his weapons until training camp.
Look, plain and simple, they tried to bluff them, with a pair of 10s playing poker or whatever you want to call it. They bluffed hard. They tried to play that hand hard as shit.
Hard.
And all 31 other teams said, no, we ain't falling for this bullshit. And that's the thing. They are playing so hard. They're still staying like, look, we know you ain't got shit in your hand.
Yeah.
Just drop it. Lay it down, move on to the next hand. Let's just say, cut Jimmy. Let's move on.
And I mean, especially considering if you believe what John Lynch said at the I believe it was the league meetings where he said
that 2 seconds.
They didn't even receive a trade offer.
Yeah. And
So
so
you didn't even receive. Go ahead.
And don't you am I the only one that remembers him saying like a couple weeks ago that they had an offer on the table for 2 seconds?
Last year, I think it was. So that had to be a
Don't you
bluff.
pull the
Yeah,
like
I don't understand.
who wouldn't
That's
pull
clearly
that?
a bluff. That has to be a bluff.
Yeah, he's just
That
talking
has
his
to be
ass
a
at that
bluff
point.
because there's no belief. Let's be real. It's like I was predicting all offseason, which I said, look, what's best for the 2021 49ers is to keep Jimmy Garoppolo on the roster.
And then dump him.
And then dump him or trade him, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's best for the 2021 Niners if you indeed want to compete, and go for a championship. But it's not best for the 2022 Niners because let's be real, it wasn't take a rocket science to figure something was going to happen with Jimmy, especially the longer that he played.
With getting
something
hurt,
was going to happen. We're just
you talking about him getting hurt?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're rolling the dice on that.
So, okay. So lo and behold gets hurt, and now you're basically holding out for a 2023 pick. That let's be real, you're not going to be able to even throw in any type of package to get any type of significant capital that you've used. The only way I see, I don't even see Jimmy getting thrown in a package with Deebo because you're going to have to give Deebo a new contract. And no team's going to give Deebo 25, 30, 9, whatever million he's asking for. Plus take on Jimmy's 25. No team can afford to do that. That's going to take on Jimmy Garoppolo, an Asian quarterback.
Not unless you're trying to tank not to say tank, but you got money to burn, but I'd have to look at the cap for all the other teams.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, okay, so Jason, we've been teasing it here for pretty much the whole show. Does Deebo get traded? No. Okay. No. I think that
unless there's something behind the scenes where he is being just the absolute biggest jackass about how much he's getting paid, but
unless he's basically
Deebo, he's asking for $40 million a year.
Yeah. Unless it's something ridiculous, unless it's a situation. Okay, this is how I'll put it. The Niners have a hard line on what they're going to pay Deebo.
Yeah,
they have to. Okay, they have to have a hard line that says, "Hey," and look, if it came down to it, I'm choosing Nick Bosa over Deebo.
Yeah,
so. If both of them want 30, I'm just saying, hey, Deebo, you're not getting 30. I'm not giving Nick 30 and giving you 30. I'm just not doing that.
Yeah.
So unless it's just hard line, like there's just no way we could afford to keep him and keep the core of the team together. Because I love Deebo to death, but I'm sorry, he's not. Like
he's not the best receiver in the league. Let's be honest.
He's not.
He's the best weapon in the league, but he's not a receiver.
I believe
he's a receiver, but
I believe he's the best. Like you said, the best weapon. He has the most unique skill set. I don't believe there are very few players that are like Deebo. Yeah, there are people that you can use running back, receiver, spread out, and but they're not with the physicality. Not with the whatever. If this is about injury guarantee or something ridiculous like that, pay the man. You feel me? If Deebo's going out there saying, hey, look, because let's not be real, Deebo wasn't right towards the end of the year. And I think that Deebo was dealing with a lot. And I think that's why he emotionally broke down the way he did.
Oh, he was just worn out. He had given literally
he was just worn. It was just clearly. I really felt for Deebo because I felt like Deebo that during the 2019 season. when I had literally gone to every training camp practice, every Niner event, every little thing that you could possibly think of that I could go to, every home game except one. Everything I could go to, all the watch party, everything. I got that close to the suit. I was just so drained because of how much effort I had put into that 2019 season. I totally get Deebo. So, but there has to be a hard line.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm all for paying Deebo. Deebo wants 25. If you say, hey, look, we get Deebo, well, we have to get rid of Kittle in 2 more years. Okay. That might be a conversation we need to have. Do we lose a Jimmy Ward? Do we lose a Trent Williams?
Well, Trent's
I think this is things I fully believe. I fully believe they have every player ranked. Like, look, these are our blue chip. These players will be on the team
as long as they
come
want
hell
to.
or high water. We'll lose everybody else over these players. I don't think, and I know everybody keeps on pointing to Defoe, but everybody keeps on pointing to Defoe as far as a premium player that we didn't pay and all that. I think ultimately it came down to the Niners didn't value Defoe as much as he valued himself. And I think that they looked, because to me, I look at this as in the receiving core right now. Who do you have that to replace Deebo? Fine, you could say assume an uptick by Brandon Ayuk, but not to Deebo's level. There was reasons to say,
Ray.
okay.
A lot of people think Ray is going to take some of the Deebo trick plays.
Okay, fine, but not the type of production of Deebo.
No, definitely not.
He doesn't have that type of physicality.
No, but I'm saying
he's not gonna get that 4th and 2 against the Yams, where basically it was a handoff and Deebo just being Deebo got us a first down to win us the game.
No, but they were talking about like he would just take over that sort of a role.
Oh yeah.
He wouldn't be.
I'm seeing him being what we envisioned for Richie James.
I don't know, man. You should talk to my brother who's a Steelers fan. He is glad as hell that Ray's off that team.
Yeah.
I've talked to, because I got a couple of good friends that are Steelers fans, and obviously my brother is probably one of the damn biggest Steelers fans, and he's like, good luck. So we'll see. Like I said, I'm just hearing that from actual Steelers fans that I've talked to, and I'm just like, because I got excited looking at that stuff. But, obviously I didn't watch every game with theirs. I'm like,
his highlight reel dies.
Everybody's highlight.
And look, I'm saying, I dare say on paper, he seems to be the best returner we've had since Ted Ginn. Excuse me if somebody's coming to mind.
He also had more returns than anybody.
I did look that up, and I did go over that, and I did look at it and everything like that. But I think that we have a returner.
Yeah, I mean, he's an upgrade. He's definitely an upgrade, but we'll see what happens with his fumbles and all that other kind of stuff that comes with him.
Of course. So I don't look. I think Shanahan. The reason I think Lincoln's not on this team is because I don't think Shanahan values guards. And the reason I think that we're never going to have a Devin Hester unless we draft some unknown receiver that just so happens to be Devin Hester or whatever. We're not going to go out there and get the premium, top-notch punt returner or anything, because Shanahan says, look, I don't need you to score touchdowns. I don't need you to get – I just need you, to give me the best – Ray. Chris went ahead and said it. Ray has ball security issues. And I think that's basically what Shanahan's going to be with him. Hey, look, I don't need you to make a spectacular play. I just need you to catch the ball. You just catch the ball.
Get 5 yards and drop it to the ground.
There you go. That's all I need from you. Just don't cost us anything. And, we don't have to put Brandon Ayuk out there and, risk him getting hurt.
Yeah.
So
like I said, just what I hear.
Okay. I'm excited. At least that special teams have been an issue. Let's be real, since Shanahan took over, and it's clear that with our free agents bringing in, besides the players on our own team, is we got younger and special teams value. Yeah. So I think that Shanahan, at least that we're addressing the issues. Now, whether we address them with the right players or whatever, you can always argue that shit.
It's like they're trying to balance it out. Like, okay, we went a little bit harder in free agency and everything else for special teams, but what do we lose offensively for, like per Lakin kind of a thing? Do we give up to balance it? Like, is that worth it?
Yeah, is that worth it? Especially if you're considering the draft, which, I think everybody wants us to go for corner. I don't think we're going secondary. I
don't think we should go first. We need line before we need.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be guard. That's what I hope. Guard center.
I don't think the guy, the kid out of Kentucky. I can't think of his name off top.
Yeah, I haven't even dug into the draft yet. So I'm just looking at position wise and everything like that. Everybody's saying D line. We're not going for D lineman.
Unless one of the top ones just drop for some reason.
I think we're gonna have a secondary of Ward. I'm curious to see who's strong safety. I hope it's not Talanoa. I love Talanoa. I think he has a role on the defense, but I'm hoping Marquise Hayes.
Marquise Hayes is good.
I want him.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna look him up. I'll have to look that one up. But I'm hoping that Jaquasi Tartt's like a camp, because I think what you're seeing with all these late signings and everything is the Niners said, hey, look, here's our offer. Go out there, find better. If you do, congratulations. If not, come back home. Come holler at us and whatever.
Spencer.
I enjoy interviewing him. Oh, he interviewed him? Huh. Spencer Boyford. I'll have to look him up too. Message me that interview, bro, so I can catch it. I haven't even been listening to podcasts or anything like that recently. But I think that so I that's what I see. I see guard. I think we're gonna have a Ward, and then Ambry Thomas and strong safety to be TBD. So what happened?
Kick Mosley inside?
Yeah, kick Mosley inside.
Yeah.
I think kick Mosley inside. Or you're gonna let Mosley and Diamador battle it out for nickel.
Yeah. I mean, it's gonna be between them.
And then you're gonna let Diamador you're gonna let E-Man and Diamador battle out for nickel, and then whoever loses, quote unquote loses, will be the first off the bench at, I would assume, either spot.
Yeah.
Personally, like talent, our best three corners are probably, I would assume, Ward. I see it, Chris. I'll get to it after we do the show. I would assume Ward, Mosley, and Ambry Thomas. If you just talk about our three best, I think I think Ambry Thomas is better coming off the bench. I'd rather have Emmanuel Mosley start than Diamador, because to me, Diamador is a nickel. And then you could play him outside in a pinch.
Yeah.
Emmanuel Mosley is, I would assume, a starter either at nickel or outside.
Oh, yeah. It's just where is he going to start?
So then it's really about, would you rather have Emmanuel Mosley inside and then Ambry Thomas starting at corner? So is Ambry Thomas a better corner than Diamador is a nickel? Because if Diamador is a better nickel than Ambry Thomas is a corner, you're having Emmanuel Mosley, Ward, and then Diamador starting at nickel. Yeah. If Ambry Thomas is ready to be a starter, making noise and basically, saying, hey, I'm not going to allow you to put me on the bench, then I'm sorry, Diamador. I have to have Emmanuel Mosley on the field because he's one of the best 11.
Hey, I'm excited to see that camp battles, to be honest, between those.
I am too.
I
am too.
You got some young, hungry dudes just ready to, get out there and play right now, and I am loving that part.
I think that, look, we're never going to I got you, bro. I saw it. We're never going to go, top corner in whatever. I mean, we did spend some change, though. I don't want to say we did invest in the secondary, but I think they're trying to get Diamond out of the rough. type. I this ain't 94 where we're trading for Dion. I don't think that we would ever trade for a premier corner. I think that they're saying, hey, we're going to get some young competitive dudes in there. They got a little bit of talent, can hold their own. And you know what? We believe our D-line will get home more than you'll be able to burn our secondary. I think that's what they're basically rolling with. And as now, the thing I pray about and we literally can't sustain is most defensive pass interferences in the league. Because it doesn't matter if your D-line's getting home before their secondary gets burned, if you're grabbing every single play. I do think it's funny that, as far as my knowledge, Jason, correct me if I'm mistaken, but I believe Josh Norman's still available.
I believe he is. And
I don't believe
him anywhere near this damn team again.
Yeah, no, I don't. I'll say this, unless some injuries start piling up and everything throughout the but I think Josh Norman's career is basically done. Fine, he might make the team, if somebody gets hurt, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 12 people get hurt, and they've already exhausted
Can we move Bosa to cornerback before we bring back him? Seriously. I'm down for putting him.
Hey, bro, I'd rather play Fred. Truthfully, honestly, I'm not being bullshitting about this. I'd rather play Fred Warner at corner.
I'd rather put Trent Williams' big ass out there.
I'm being 100% serious, y'all. I'd rather see Fred Warner out there at corner. I mean, I'm not saying that he would do obviously he's not a corner, but people forget he was a safety in college.
Yeah. I don't care who we put out there. Just leave it uncovered. Fuck it.
I mean,
I do not want him back on this team.
I would give Toe? I do think that it might have gotten to that point. I'm not gonna lie, I wonder how much yardage you would give up if you simply just left it uncovered. All they're clearly going to do, and let's just say you put the free safety over there, so you just can't run go better.
Give him
but points. So you shade your coverage over that way, and you say, hey, we'll give up 10, 15 yards every other play or whatever. Just off of, just so we don't give up that 40-yard DPI bomb.
Mm-hmm. Look, unless Josh Norman was getting a fumble, which, for his credit, he did get quite a few forced fumbles. But if he didn't do that, he wasn't doing shit all year.
Sherwood got away.
Can Rombo play quarterback?
With the DPI, he's definitely aggressive in coverage. So Rombo can play cornerback. Hey, you know what? I'd see Rombo out there. Sometimes I would love to see the faithful out there, just off the GP. That obviously not many of us have the talent to compete, on an NFL field, but just the effort that we would give. I know I'd get.
Look, you trying to pull something like with hockey when they pull out the third goalie? Is that what you're trying to pull?
Just
magical bullshit like
that. I know I would get rocked. I know there's I'm too slow to be, a linebacker or, not strong. I'd get rocked, but I promise you 1, 2, 3, 4 plays I could make it before I would have to tap out and everything like that. I would give you a 1,000,000%.
You can't pull the emergency goalie thing out, man. You can't pull the Zamboni driver.
For real. But
not many people are going to get that reference.
Charvarius Ward gets PI. Oh yeah,
he's great. He's great for press coverage.
Yeah, he is. And I mean, I forget. I saw some stat. I read it on the show, but something it was fewest yards of separation or something like that. Let's be real. He's going to give up some PIs. He's going to give up some plays, but I think the Niners are hoping there is that because of his aggressiveness, he'll make more plays than he gives up. Yeah, we'll get more picks just off of simply him being more aggressive. Because I think that they see that with Trey, we're all assuming. I think that's no secret. Trey Lance is going to be the starting quarterback this year. I don't see the Niners really wanting to take a step back. Like, if you put a gun to Kyle Shanahan's head, do you think he would say that we're a Super Bowl or NFC Championship team? No, probably not. If you put a gun to his head right now. But
Why
does
not?
he expect us to be? But does he expect us to be a playoff team? I do.
Why
You
would
know,
he? That's my question. Look, the NFC is weak. There's not
that's
many.
true.
The NFC is weak, so
Okay, then
why?
let me rephrase it then. Because I actually am forgetting how much weaker the division really did get. Because I think, look, I'm not scared of the Yams. I'm not. Are they a good football team? Yeah. You know, I take the step back and I say, okay, so we're what is it? 2, 4, 6, 7 in a row. Was it that we got them? 7, 8 in a row. So we're 7-1, 6-1, whatever we are over the last,
the one loss
whatever
came
years.
down to the last damn second, basically.
That really, let's be real, it was more of a drop pick by Jaquaski Tart, and essentially Jimmy couldn't get it done. The offense. So I don't think that they've cracked some code. You know what I'm saying? I'm checking back at the bigger picture of what seems more like a fluke, them beating us one time out of 6 or us losing again.
Yeah.
I don't see that.
Well, it's the NFC West. We beat the Rams. The Rams beat Seattle. Nobody gives a shit about the Cardinals. It's just the way the NFC
and
West
so
goes.
pretty much. So fine, okay, we could split whatever. But all of a sudden, I mean, if we get swept by the Seahawks this year, it's just like it's the fix has got to be or some shit. Because, like, I mean, you don't know, Jason. You have to know the biggest party I threw. Bro, I ain't gonna lie. I got feeling myself when Russell Wilson got traded. I ain't gonna lie.
Then I was in the middle of work and people were like, ah. It was funny.
Bro, I
myself.
celebrated like we won the fucking division. Not the Super Bowl, but I celebrated like we won the fucking division, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. But so I'm tired of chasing this bitch ass around fucking twice a year. So anyway, so I think that basically what I was trying to say, okay, fine, I won't make proclamations on our prospects for the season, but Trey's going to make some mistakes. They see that we're going to have some turnovers next year. So I think Shanahan says, hey, look, we can't.
But let's be aggressive. If we're going to be more aggressive and take more shots, I'm okay with a couple more turnovers versus just, the same old every.
And that has to combat the same way. That has to be balanced because we can't be giving up, a turnover more a game in theory next year. And we're literally stuck at one of the worst teams creating turnovers.
Yep.
That's not sustainable for winning football. Because I don't think Shanahan, I don't think this is a rebuilding year. You feel me? I don't think this is a year we go 6 and what would it be now? 6-11? Yeah, 6-11. I don't see us going 6-11. I see us around 10-7, 9-8, maybe 8-9, if whatever. I see us around that type of football team. So I see a middle of a pack. What happened?
I think we right back where we were if we reload correctly.
Yeah. Yeah, I think if you got some questions answered, Aaron Banks takes a step, not a leap, but a step forward to where he's a serviceable starter. A second round pick, serviceable starter. Fine, Ward ends up being an upgrade at corner. I think if some certain things break right, yeah, I think that we can make some noise. Trey takes the step we all think he does.
Yeah.
He shows that because I feel that the biggest Trey Lance fan has to be expecting that this is when the brain and the worth ethic of Trey shows itself.
Yeah.
That it's, hey, Trey Lance is going to work so hard this year that his improvement is going to be significant. because of how hard he works, because of having, a season of NFL coaching and working with his quarterback coach, which I don't understand why we didn't hire his quarterback coach. I mean, unless he doesn't want to. But I mean, coach, there's no salary cap implications on for coaching salary. So if I'm Jed York, I go to Quincy Avery and say, name your price. I'm going to write you a check that you'd be stupid to refuse. You don't want to be a quarterback coach? What number changes that? I'm Jed York. I can make it happen.
Well, apparently he doesn't give a damn about money from what he tweeted. I think it was earlier today or yesterday.
Yeah. Oh, we'll get into the real quick. I wanted to say basically the biggest thing from the league rule change is apparently both teams are allowed possession in overtime in the playoffs.
Oh, damn time.
I'm not against it.
I think it's called Kansas City rule football. Is that's what it was termed. Yeah. I hate that style of football.
I think
just play another short quarter. Just make it 10.
I mean,
make it 10 minutes and let it go. Just play it like a regular game.
Yeah, I think that it has to be like, okay, I can understand. Like, I think this is going to probably be the perfect scenario when you're talking about a sport like football, where it's you're starting to upcreate significant injury, So I think if you say, hey, both teams gets a possession, and if you're tied after that, then it becomes sudden death. I'm assuming that's what they're changing it to.
I believe.
Okay. The story I got didn't explain it all. I'm sure Niners.com will have something up, or we'll figure that out for next week.
I know I posted it, but I don't remember what it said today.
Okay. We'll get to it. We'll have it for next week's show. But
I'm looking at it.
Okay. So Jason's gonna go ahead.
The score is tied after each team has possession. The next score wins.
Okay.
If the team kicking off to start the overtime period scores a safety on the receiving team's initial possession, the team that kicked off is the winner. Okay.
So that scenario will probably never happen. But
so you get possession and then it's sudden death.
Yeah. Basically each team get in possession and then it's sudden death. Or I'm assuming if team A kicks the field goal and it stops team B, team A wins. Because each team had a possession and So it's basically like it was, except it's
a guarantee.
They knocked off that stupid if you score a touchdown first, you win the game.
Yeah, they made it more fair.
What it is.
Which, like I said, it's fucking stupid.
I mean,
that's the NFL for you.
Yeah, it's something because it's something it's one of those things. Just like to me, like I understand jobs, so I don't think the Players Association will ever go for it. But I don't understand why the NFL just hasn't said, "Hey, look, we place each possession starts with the ball off at the 20."
Yeah, I like the kicking game aspect. I know that's a very minority thing to say for it, but I like.
I love football. I love football the way it is. I wouldn't change a damn thing about it. I'm just a realist that says, "Hey, all things must change." Like I think it's absolutely ridiculous. The 3-on-3 in hockey.
What?
Yeah,
that's like the best damn thing ever, man.
No, it's for entertainment, but for integrity,
it's great for overtime.
No. But I guess I can't
talking about. And
I can't
keeping the overtime, so it's good for each one. It's a much faster game.
I can't knock it because I like the shootout over a tie. I like shootout. And I understand hockey purists out. Anyway, we're losing our audience because everybody's like, "Oh, they're fucking hockey." Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and take a quick Twitch commercial break. We'll run that real quick, but you can still see us on Facebook and YouTube. So I don't think there's anything breaking. I'm still getting used to the mic and not like leaning forward and getting myself away from the mic, so y'all have to excuse me.
Just get one that does this.
What happened?
My mic.
Yeah.
Get one that moves. So
Mine's-
much. Okay. I thought you had one that was set in place.
No. My moves. It has a scissor arm and it does the.
Yeah. Okay.
And,
yeah, my friend.
I like it.
We're doing a Hawaiian or like an Islander podcast starting Saturday, and he's got this mic and he's got to lean all the way, so he's like this close to the camera. But then if he leans back, he talks like this. I'm like, dude, get a fucking scissor mic.
Yeah, scissor mic.
He spent like $200 and got this fancy soundboard and setup, and I'm like, and you got a mic that stay. Come on, man.
I mean, I'm trying to build up the professionalism of the show a little bit. You feel me? I will always keep that two homies sitting down in a pub drinking beer, talking football type of that's what radio is.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to get a little bit. So I went and got me some dumbbells. But I was actually going to go get headphones, more professional studio headphones. And unfortunately, my girl's grandma gave me $75 for my birthday, and so I got the dumbbells. But I bought a new. I got a free. Like I paid like $25 for a new phone, and through Xfinity.
You went wrong with dumbbells, brother. You should have got resistant bands.
Yeah, but
people be it's a women's thing. Like, nah, dude, use the resistant bands. Them things I love my resistant bands.
Yeah, no. So, well, I also got them for better balance with my push-ups and stuff. And truthfully, I'm not gonna lie. If I would have saw it, I would have got the perfect push-up over the dumbbells because that's what I've been doing. I've just been doing push-ups and it's starting to work a little bit. So, but anyway, for some reason, I guess like phone companies are starting to not give you the block when you buy new cell phones. So the last little bit of weirdest shit ever when I got my phone. And it's like a USB or whatever that shit's called, but it's on both ends. And so I had to get a new block, and that's where the last little bit of money came up. But we're going to eventually get me a ring light. We're going to eventually get a ring light. We're going to get studio headphones. I'm going to try to set some type of thing up for a green screen because I tried to do what you did and do the digital the digital green screen. But it looked like shit when I did it. Are we back from Twitch? Oh,
we'll see what happens because I'm moving here pretty soon.
Yeah.
And so we'll see what happens with a new room and everything like that. If I even have room to do it and all that kind of. I don't know. I like this because you can put this one up.
See, like when I did, where is it? Where did I put it? Oh, well, I'll fuck around with it later. Mine looks so crappy. Anyway, are we back from Twitch?
Probably.
Okay, we're back right now. All right, y'all. Well, Jason, you have anything else before we get wrapped up?
No, let's just get ready. I started doing draft stuff about a week ago. I just haven't done anything with it. I've got pages of notes and everything set around. I just haven't done much with it yet.
Well, I guess we'll start next week.
And then I've been posting my drafts. I think I've missed the last.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Work has been stupid, but I was doing them like pretty much daily. Doing, like what if we just take the best available draft, the best player instead of trading down if possible. What if Jimmy gets traded for a sixth? To this person. Just whatever, just goofing around with it.
Well, the next week's the 5th, so I think that I think we should start getting into draft coverage next week because we only got next week. We only got a couple weeks left.
Yeah,
until the draft. It went by. It's going by so much faster than last year.
Well,
last year this shit was dragging on.
Well, that's because this season, every hour was like, this person got traded to this. I'm like, what? I can't keep up. What the hell? Wilson's going here. This person's going there.
Yeah.
Watson's back. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
You know what? I was surprised. I was surprised how much quarterback movement there was.
Yeah. I have to say, this is probably one of the funnest off seasons across the entire NFL. Just watching everything go, because for about 3 or 4, or actually almost a week and a half, somebody marquee was moving, and it's just like, holy
Yeah, and it's really like shifted the power.
Oh yeah,
Like that's
Here,
my thing
the
about it
NFC
is,
best does not exist anymore. It is now the
yeah,
AFC best.
it's like the Broncos are legit.
That
The
whole
fucking Raiders
division is legit.
my boy Raul's over the like. I haven't kicked it with him. We were supposed to actually do lunch Monday after my birthday, but he never hit me, and I'm kind of glad because I don't even want to deal with this ass after the offseason the Raiders had. Like
Yeah,
I don't want to deal with him. And Devontae Adams this and and Chandler Jones this and I don't want to deal with it.
Except
Like
the NFC or the AFC West is just rough
fucking
next year.
jarring.
And ain't nobody talking about the Chargers. The Chargers are a damn good team.
And they're gonna make some noise.
They are.
You know, now they might be one of those teams. They might be one of those teams next year that it's like, okay, they don't make the playoffs because their division's so tough, or maybe they're the 7th, seed or whatever like that. That's going to be like, look, dude, nobody wants to play the Chargers. Kind of like how we were this year.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, nobody wants to play the Chargers because they're a legit ass team. They just came from the best division in football.
Yeah.
Sure. And that's going to be basically whatever the 3rd and 4th place team in the AFC West next year. That's going to be their equivalent of that. It's just going to be like they're a legit football team. They're just literally, it's shitty. The AFC East gets a team, but or the NFC East. Sorry, I said the AFC East.
Miami's loading up, and
Miami's loading up. They're going to be legit. There's definitely like the AFC. I felt
to that game, by the way. So I'm a good chance. My boy still wants to go down
to Miami. Yeah. We'll have to. I'll tell when you get set up.
Jamie. Yeah, we're waiting to see what dates come out and everything, but he really wants to come. I'm hoping it's later in the year.
Miss you too,
because
love.
if it's early in the year with this whole moving thing that I got going on, I don't know how I'm going to do it. So I'm hoping it's a later season game, like November, December. Because then we can definitely
it'll be closer to Christmas, so it's more likely I could just use it as a Christmas present. Like, hey, everybody just want to go to the Niner game for Christmas.
Yeah.
Type of thing. I want to try to get as many people together as possible. So I want to have us all the team this year, try to go to a game. Obviously, I'm
going to Vegas.
Dude, I want to go to fucking Vegas so bad, bro.
But there's a but to it. So I'm allowed to go to Vegas now, but she has to come with. I'm like, fuck.
I know. I ain't tripping about my girl coming to Vegas. I have some fun with my girl in Vegas.
I know. Anyway, I wanted to go by myself.
I know, right? See, it's gonna be really because it's gonna be hard to travel. Miss you too, Jamie. By the way, it's gonna be hard to travel for me next year because we're going to the Denver game. My mom stays up in Denver, and so we got obviously a place to stay.
Denver's a good city, man. I've been to Denver. Denver's a nice city.
And so so anyway, so that's going to be we're doing that. So maybe we might be able to squeeze Denver and Vegas, since Vegas is so close that we could probably drive there. So it's just more like a gas and hotel type thing. And I got a couple people up in Vegas, so we'll see what's up. But I definitely want to try to get everybody for a game, whether it's at Levi's or obviously including you, Jamie. By the way, I don't know if she left, but I think so. Yeah. But anyway, all right, y'all. Well, we'll go ahead and get up out of here. Jason, any final thoughts?
Nope. We're just gonna be, prepping for the draft and then the long drought until training camp starts.
Ooh-wee. Ready to talk about 4th string fucking corner? Ready to talk about 3rd string guards, bro?
We need to open up the show to other teams. I suggested this last summer, and no.
We'll see what we do. All right, bro. I'll same time next week if you're free and everything. I got Sundays and Tuesdays off now, so that's not an issue anymore. All right, bro. We'll catch you next week.
Yeah, deuces.
All right, y'all. Thanks, Jason, for coming in. Thanks, Chris, everybody, Jamie, Kim, everybody doing their thing over here. But we're going to go ahead and get up out of here. But before we do, we, of course, want to remind you. Where is it? Okay, here we go. To shop Help out Niner Faithful Radio by using our affiliate link. Not only do you save 10%, but you really do help out the show. Go to SeatGiant.com. Use the promo code Niner Faithful Radio to save on all your theater, concert, and sporting event tickets, as well as help out the show. Go to NinerFaithfulRadio.com/subscribe to see everywhere you can find the show, and follow us on social media. Jason does a bang-up job at Niner Faithful Radio on Facebook, Instagram, and Tumblr, and Niner Faithful R on Twitter. And of course, I didn't do it this week because I've been busy with the thing. But as promised, the week discount code for this week is HOPE again. 10% excludes any on sale items. We shall see y'all next week. For Super Duper moderator Kim, Brian, and Jason, and myself, we'd like to thank you for tuning in to this week's show. We shall see y'all next week. Same faithful time, same faithful channel. Till then, faith, love, and happiness. Go Niners.
You are now listening to Niner Faithful Radio, the show for the faithful, by the faithful.
See ya.